Just so everybody's reminded, this is the current U.S. population as of January 2025. And this little number is how many U.S. government officials are currently active, who make the laws and make us follow them. Do you get what I'm saying? What the fuck are we doing?
340 million people versus 10 billionaires, and somehow we are getting our ass beat. Like, please, ref.
An informed organization will win over an uninformed, disorganized majority. You can test that fact by playing Werewolf, a game of deception where players are assigned secret roles. You're either a werewolf or a villager. Werewolves, who are fewer in numbers, know exactly who each other are. Villagers, on the other hand, form the majority, but they are completely in the dark. They have no idea whether the person sitting next to them is an ally or an enemy. The objective is simple. Werewolves must eliminate villagers during the night cycle of the game, while villagers during the day cycle have to rely on discussion and voting to identify and eliminate the hidden werewolves amongst them. After you've played a few rounds, you'll quickly agree with the harsh truth that the informed and organized minority of werewolves usually win, and that's because of 3 reasons. Informed coordination. Werewolves know who each other are and can efficiently work together to lie, manipulate, and create confusion. They can manufacture chaos. Disorganized majority. Because villagers don't know who to trust, they often have trouble agreeing on a suspect. Their uncertainty leads to disagreement, which in turn breeds paranoia, and their paranoia is happily stoked further by the werewolves. And voting power. Werewolves can strategically vote together to eliminate villagers. Even though they are smaller in numbers, their coordinated voting bloc can often shift the balance of the game as it progresses. But not all is completely lost. There are some weaknesses to the werewolves game as well. One of them being is that they will often sacrifice one of their own to maintain their cover if they feel under threat. This mutual distrust breeds paranoia in their camp, and paranoid people often make mistakes.
Since this administration wants to gaslight us and we are going to see zero accountability for Epstein because we know that the majority of our government is on that list, I thought it was important to bring up the allegations that were put against Donald Trump by 13-year-old Katie Johnson. And I'm going to read directly from the court documents. Remember, she dropped this case because she was afraid for her life. There are many witnesses who also attest to her account. So, trigger warning, because this is not the easiest thing to hear, but it's important to understand what we are excusing and what we are letting people get away with. Shortly after the assault by the defendant Jeffrey E. Epstein on the plaintiff Katie Johnson, Plaintiff Johnson was still present while the 2 defendants were arguing over who would be the one to take Plaintiff Johnson's virginity. The defendant, Donald J. Trump, was clearly heard referring to defendant Jeffrey E. Epstein as a Jew bastard as he yelled at defendant Epstein that clearly he, defendant Trump, should be the lucky one to pop the cherry of Plaintiff Johnson. The third and final assault by the defendant, Jeffrey Epstein,